So let's continue from this. So do memories of the streets motivate you? Motivate just means 启发, motivate you. It sure makes you very appreciative. Appreciative means to feel like you're grateful for what you have. In other words, it means you are very happy to have what you have. 很感激, right? Okay, let's take a look at the next paragraph. What are the biggest problems you faced in business? The biggest problem is rejection. Any business you start, be ready for it. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that the successful people do all the things the unsuccessful people don't want to do. When 10 doors are slammed in your face, go to door number 11 with a smile. So the biggest problem this person faced was rejection. Rejection is 拒绝. So a lot of people would actually say no to him many times. This reminds me of a very well-known fast food branch called KFC. Many of you probably didn't know, before KFC actually became KFC, the owner with the recipe actually traveled to many places in America, and I think he was in his car, sleeping in his car, for quite a long time. And he visited hundreds of restaurants before someone actually said, okay, yeah, let's do it. So starting up a business isn't easy. Many of you may think of doing something like that in the near future. Next paragraph. When did you know you had made it? Now, in English, made it means successful, became successful. So how did he know that he had become successful? I was in business 2 years and we were able to pay every single bill on time. We had a couple of $1,000s in the bank, 4,000 to be exact, and we said, man, we made it. It's all downhill now. It was really hard. It took a couple of years. Okay, so he meant that when he felt like he can pay for all the bills and he was able to afford everything in the company, he felt, relieved. Yes, I made it. Okay, last one. What was the first thing you bought yourself at that point? Interesting fact. I went to a restaurant. This is the first time I've said I'm going to order off the left side of the menu, not the right side. The right side is where the prices are. Carne, scada, guacamole, whatever I wanted. I didn't even look at the price. That to me was a pretty big good deal. Okay, so he was a very self-fulfilling person. He basically just looked at the menu. Oh, I want this, and then he just ordered. And he felt like he was good to himself at that point. Okay, so this is an interesting story about an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is what we call a 创业家. Would you like to be one in the future, to start up your own business? Now, for homework, I'd like you to take a look at question C and F. I'm going to give you guys 15 minutes to complete exercise C and F. For exercise C, you need to put these events into order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So according to the reading over here, what is the correct order of the story? And then for part F, what you need to do is to complete the questions with one of the highlighted words and phrases. Then ask and answer the questions with a partner. So you see these highlighted words? I'd like you to fill them in. So let's try it and see if you can finish. Basically, to round up the class for today, lastly, let's take a look at the reading and speaking part of the textbook. Some of the questions are rather interesting. Number 1, Think of 2 people you know personally or you have heard of who are very rich. Did they A. earn their money, B. inherit their money, or C. win it? What does it mean by inherit? Inherit means 继承, like you get it from your mom, your dad's, or your family. Okay. Number 2, if they earned their money, was it because they were very lucky, they worked very hard, they had a special talent? So those are interesting questions to think about when we talk about success and money. And does money really mean success? Like if you have more money, does it mean you're more successful? That's something for you to think about. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about things that people do to make themselves or become rich. Okay. Now as we mentioned, we can inherit from someone or be lucky and win a lottery. Do you guys ever buy lottery tickets? If you do, have you ever won a lottery? Okay, some people get rich through robbing banks, which is not a very good idea. I think somebody robbed a bank this morning also in Taiwan, and they're still catching the guy who actually robbed the bank. Okay, what else can you do to become rich? You can also be talented in something and become rich. Okay. Or maybe you can make a lot of money through the stock market. That is also a way of making money. Some people got money through insurance, right? When somebody passes away, or also from marriage. Some people marry a rich husband or a rich wife and then automatically just became rich. And of course, people get divorced for the same reason too. Some people get divorced because they can get more money. Okay, so there are all kinds of reasons for like what people do these days. So I'd like you to think about some ideas. You can also jot down or write down some of these ideas into your class log to make sure that you have followed all the instructions for today's class. Alright, so we have a full-day holiday coming up this weekend. So we will see you guys next week. And don't forget to finish off your class log. Alright? Have a good week, a good weekend, and we will see you next time.